You know what's pissing me off? I'm going on a rant right now. But you know what's pissing me off?
He's stressing, bro.
People were actually trying to justify why Henry Martin should start. And I'm like,
morons, and he's one of them. And he tried to make me look bad on the pod.
World Cup goal. Yo guys, what's going on? It is Ladsfootyshow here, back with another video. I'm here with my boy Viej and also my boy Chris.
What's up, Chris?
What up, boys? Good to be back.
It's been a while. It's been when was the last time we recorded something? Was it that video that absolutely did insane on YouTube?
When we lost 3-0 in Vegas to the US, yeah. It was that day.
Man. Before we get started, we appreciate you guys for all you guys that watched that video. It absolutely did so good on YouTube. I never expected one of our pods to get over 5K views, to be honest. And this one got, I think, is at 17K right now. So we appreciate you guys.
It's banging.
All the comments, all the likes we got. Even all the TikToks that did good. I know you guys on your end posted like 2 from that video. It did really good.
Well, say it again? My bad. My bad, bro. I thought you were just making a comment.
No, I said you guys posted like 2 clips from that pod, right? And then they're good on your channel.
That was like our fucking... The clips from that pod, bro, were like some of the best we've ever had, like on a pod, like almost ever.
Pod
like,
clips.
Yeah, like pod clips. And they were like super like... They weren't even like long either. They were just like 30, 40 seconds ones, and they were just good. They were good.
Yeah.
I just think the content was just fire, bro, to be honest.
I think this whole summer we just really grinded Seleccion content. We grew a lot. I know. Yeah. Did you guys you know like the how much followers you guys grew on all platforms? Like at the top of your head?
Like just this summer?
Yeah, just on Seleccion content for ASADA.
Bro, I think from ASADA, I think in the last like 30 something days we've gotten up like 15K on TikTok. And then on IG, probably like
shit.
10, like in the last month. It's been crazy.
That's dope. Yeah, I never expected.
Thanks to 2 things. Obviously, the Mexico losing to the US was like big,
yeah.
and then Diego Coca getting fired, and then Jimmy Lozano getting hired, and then us winning the Gold Cup. I think it was just like people were pissed and like the lowest of the low, and then now they're like super excited and can't wait for the future. And obviously, I think it helped that like the golden boy Santi Jimenez like scored the game winner.
I think everything just worked perfectly. Like so many
it
moments.
all kind of just like like worked itself out. It was like a huge domino effect. Everything just kind of went its way.
It went perfect.
Literally, bro.
But before we get started, it's a hot takes episode. We asked you guys on our Instagram story to provide us with some of your hottest Seleccion or Liga MX hot takes, and our boys here at FÚTBOL ASADA also did as well. So we'll bring some up and we'll mention you guys on the video as well. But before we get started on the hot takes, let's get a quick run through of the Leagues Cup. And actually, before the Leagues Cup, let's start with the Liga MX because for those that don't know, Chris here is a Chivas fan. So how do you feel right now? Chivas are 3 for 3. They got some young stars scoring some goals. They got Padilla.
Who's that?
Who's that?
He's better than Lainez already.
He's better than Pendejas.
Tweaking.
I think Chivas is doing good, bro. Like I think the craziest part is like they've done it without Vega, Gutierrez, who else was it? Piojo, like not even playing. I mean, I don't really rate Piojo that much, but like in Liga MX is decent, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like without them 3 playing a single minute, and like but being like a 17-year-old is one of your key guys. Like he's only gonna get better as the season goes on. So I'm pretty excited.
That's true, and it's crazy how like normally those types of players that are young like that, they go to like Tapatio or something. This guy went straight to the first team, no?
Yeah, no, he even since last season, bro. Like even during the Liguilla, like he hadn't even debuted yet, and they would keep him on the bench. Like they wouldn't even want to send him to Tapatio or to like the U20s or whatever, because they like might have used him as an option like during their Liguilla run, and now he finally got his chance and. He has 3 goals in 4 or 5 games, I think. He even scored against like Atletico Bilbao.
Bilbao, yeah.
In a friendly. So like, they played a lot of starters that game. So it was pretty.
The other youngster too. What's his name? I forgot his name. The lefty.
Brigado.
Brigido, yeah.
Or Brigido? Is it Brigado?
Yeah, I think it's Brigido. Yeah,
Brigado,
he's also good. It's just weird seeing these players with like number 207 just start in the first team. But it's the same. It goes back to like last year with like. Chivas went on a run without Alexis Vega, They look better without him, to be honest. And right now,
completely agree.
I don't even know if
It might be.
I don't even know how they would look when he comes back.
That might be one of the hot takes.
Yeah.
Is that a hot take already?
It's
just a fact.
All right, wait. Let me say it properly. So, do Chivas play better without Alexis Vega?
I
honestly think so.
Like,
I honestly think so.
There's an argument. There's an argument there. They might focus too heavily like on him. Like, they might just rely too much on him. Like, obviously, he's probably like the best or top 2 players on the whole team. But when you rely too heavily on him, it just becomes like the team becomes very one-dimensional. Like, just give him the ball, give him the ball. You already know what he's gonna do: cut inside and take like a long shot
and shoot from 40 yards.
Yeah, like. So maybe without him, which might sound kind of crazy, like they just play more like with more continuity, like more as a team. And
that's true.
They've been flowing, bro. Three for three. Even in last year when he was injured, they were rolling too.
Actually, that's completely
like
correct.
Spot on. Yeah, that was really all it is. That you guys are so one directional when it comes to Alexis Vega being on the pitch, because it's not like you guys don't have other players that can do everything, but when he is on the pitch, it shows how often he wants the ball, which is nothing wrong with that. If a player wants to be on the ball, then that's fine, you know. But you need end product. Alexis Vega doesn't have that end product. When he is not on the field, you guys flow. You guys have way more opportunities. You guys let every player get a chance to do something with it, other than just trying to find that left flank every damn time.
Yeah, I think if Chivas wants to like maximize their potential, like Alexis Vega needs to just be a part of the system and not like the system itself. Like, if he's just like a part of it, like, and he's like comfortable with not getting the ball every single time and not being the focal point, he could be a really good player, like a good part of the team. But when he's like the guy, we've already said this before, like he can't be like the
he's
guy.
Not that guy.
Like,
he's not that guy.
It's proven. Like in Pocho Guzman's first season, he like outshined him like the whole season and during the Liguilla, like, and this is like his first time ever at Chivas, and like Alexis Vega has been there forever, and he's never really ever showed up like in any big game, really.
Yeah, he hasn't been captain, has he? Pocho Guzman's first year, he was already captain.
Yeah, and he's like and that was Pocho Guzman like third time in a row, like in the Liga MX final. So he has like that gene in him, bro. That he's like that guy. And Alexis Vega,
I agree. I think I mean, Alexis Vega is obviously a good player. He's the number 10. I'm pretty sure he's the highest paid player there, right?
I think so.
Has to be. I just think obviously he should be a starter. That's the star they have, but every time I see him play for Chivas, it's just, I don't know, dude. He just isn't. He's not him. He really isn't.
Exactly. That's like the only way we could really say it.
And it sucks because
he's the perfect Robin to someone's Batman, bro. Like he's like the perfect sidekick. He's the number 2, which like if he's the number 2, I'm perfectly fine with that. But I said this after the Liguilla. Or after the final, really, like he can't be your number 1. Like it's proven you can't win with him being your best player.
Yeah,
like it came back to bite us. Like in the end, like against.
But now it's a good problem to have. Like even though these young players coming up, they're super young, it's gonna force Vega to like boost up his game and like be an example to them. So in a sense, this could be good for Chivas.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Now let's get to this guy's team right here, America. Obviously didn't start to 3 for 3 like Chivas, but all the players were in the Seleccion. But you guys have Quiñones now.
Nah. That's just an excuse, bro.
Quiñones, Sendejas, Henry Martin's back. Cabecita's still injured. Fidalgo's fully fit.
Yeah, but didn't you guys
Cesar Montes is gonna join us probably in like a month.
That's dead.
Nah.
I mean, at this point, we might as well just give us the 14 already. There's no point. There's no point of even playing the league.
The thing about this, bro, you guys say you guys are the most stacked team, but then you're missing one guy, and all of a sudden you can't even beat Juarez at home.
That's true.
It's like you said though, they're sick. They're the come up team this season. So
that's exactly what I told these guys. That's exactly what I told these guys. You guys have more than enough capability and quality on the pitch. That game, especially against Bravos, to win that game. And you're at home, season opener.
We had it, but then obviously we're missing a lot of players. So our last minute substitutions were just, fill-in players that were from our academy. Obviously not being ready for the league. And, we obviously got punished. But I will show that we can't play youngsters against those guys because pretty much disrespected them and we got punished for it. That's all it was. It was also because Oscar Jimenez is probably the worst goalie in the league, but
why is he still there?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, Malagon, to be honest, isn't that good either, but he's obviously way better.
I honestly thought Oscar Jimenez was set to be the number one. Every time that guy played, other than besides Memo, he kind of put in a good performance. Once he got that number one spot, the lights were way too bright for him. He obviously wasn't ready for it. Malagon came in and immediately took his spot, and within like a half, 45 minutes of play.
No cap.
Are you scared of America or no?
Of course he is. Look at the squad we have. We're so sick.
We're
so sick.
Why would I be scared if we just beat them? We just
That's a whole new team. That's a whole new team.
It's not though. This is what I'm saying.
Kind of is a little bit.
You guys added Quiñones, but it's kind of like I don't even know how to give you a good analogy. It's like you guys were already good in the attack. Like why did you?
Is it like a panic buy? You think?
Like you guys needed like defenders, or
Do we?
more midfielders. Like you guys added like Quiñones.
I guess more midfielders. I wouldn't vouch for a back line. I think the only thing we really need would probably be another left back, but we got a bunch of those.
Like you guys are like Layun, Fuentes, Cáceres.
Layun is old.
These guys are not good.
Yeah, I agree.
Luis Reyes, Sebastián Cáceres, Aisar Reyes, and Kevin Alvarez is a top three. The top three back line with Malagon in the back. That's a top three back line in the league, bro. There's no way.
I don't know about that.
But you know what's good to see about that?
I think that was like America's downfall, bro. The defense and like the midfield, and they didn't upgrade those spots. Like
not facts.
Like you upgraded like your attack, which is like it was already good though. That wasn't your problem. You guys could score goals.
But it's good.
No, yeah, I agree completely.
It's good that their core could be all Mexican, especially if Cesar Montes joins America, which I don't think is gonna happen anymore. But
happen, bro.
It would be all Mexican.
Yeah. No, you guys can't talk shit that we get puros extranjeros.
Like America is by far the favorite. He'd be the best defender, one of the best players in the league.
Yeah,
as good as it would be.
Solid, like that's a stud right there. But
as good as Cesar Montes would be to the side, I would not mind Cesar Montes, but it just really seems like a step back to where he's already at. Why would you go back? Why would you go back to Liga MX, man? You're already considered, a favorite in your side. You're liked and enjoyed by the fans. Like they like watching you play. You play for the badge. Why would you even think about going back to Liga MX already a season in?
Yeah, especially bro, he was getting man of the matches against Atletico Madrid.
This guy all season put in very good performances. Yeah, you're right, but
yeah. So I want to bring up another Liga MX team and slowly dive into the Leagues Cup. So Cruz Azul is currently last in Liga MX, I'm pretty sure. Cholos beat them. Shout out Cholaje. I saw that Inter Miami game. And I honestly was so disappointed in Cruz Azul. I know I'm a Cholos fan, but at the end of the day, I still want Liga MX teams to batter MLS teams. And it sucked because I think there was more MLS teams that won the first round. And this is one of these games that absolutely frustrated me because I think Cruz Azul should have easily gone into halftime 3-0 up. They had so many opportunities. Inter Miami were terrible until Messi came on. Absolutely terrible. Like their midfield was gone.
Just shows you levels.
That one youngster they have, Cremashi, I honestly expect him to be someone good. He's a terrible footballer. Terrible. And it was one of these players that I would see Inter Miami interviewing. It's like, oh, he's one of these youngsters that they're trying to build off of. Cremashi is a bad footballer, bro.
They don't have a lot. This is the reason they're last place in their league as well.
And Cruz Azul are just so good at signing terrible strikers. That striker they had, what's his name? I think he's Colombian. Dude, I've never seen a worse striker in my life. I'm not even joking. What's his name? It was
Cambindo Abonia.
Number 20.
Cambindo Abonia. Yeah.
I've never seen him in my life. And I felt bad for Antuna. I know we somewhat dislike Antuna and we don't believe he's good enough for the Seleccion. Antuna was open so many times and they didn't want to play him the ball. He should have easily had a brace.
I think he did that to himself though, unfortunately. I feel like if I see Antuna running down the wing, I'm probably not going to pass it to him either.
But did you obviously saw this game, did you or no?
That game, yeah, I saw it.
What are your thoughts on it? Did you think Cruz Azul should have gone into halftime?
They missed 2 or 3 open goals in the very beginning of the game.
Yeah,
they dominated, but at the end of the day, bro, it's like you could see it coming from a mile away. I don't think I've gone that many games where you watch a team squander their chances and you just knew Like he just knew like it's 1-1.
They're gonna, Miami's gonna score there
Like,
first.
It was literally,
It was written. It was destiny.
It was written in the stars. And how we had that meeting yesterday, and we brought up, before the Messi free kick, we had all these like memes prepared for like Antuna and Messi like ruining his debut.
Us too,
bro. I remember I was in the car watching the game, and this dude texted me that made the edit. He was like, "All right, I have the Antuna edit ready over Messi," and then he texts me, he's like, "Messi has a free kick 90-something minute," and I'm like, "Sure," and he scores it, and I'm like, "Yeah, it was written in the stars, bro. It
Inevitable. The GOAT.
Facts, bro.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna be honest with you about the Leagues Cup in general. Like I think MLS has like a 1 or 2 game lead on Liga MX. But let's be honest, like nobody good in Liga MX has played. Like America hasn't played, Chivas hasn't played.
No, they've played. They've played just the
Monterrey,
shitters.
Tigres, like I don't even think Pachuca has played. Like those are like probably like 6 of the best teams have not played.
Yeah, that's what's weird about this tournament. There's 3 teams in a group, so not everyone missed like a match week. Everyone's gonna miss a match week, I think.
And then the thing about the Leagues Cup, bro, this shit is kind of like fucked. Like they didn't do it right. Like first of all, like you need to have home and away. Like there needs to be games in Mexico, games and if the logistics are bad, then think of a new tournament then, because like it can't all just be like the MLS team's home every game. Like that doesn't even make sense. Because even if the Liga MX team wins their group, they're rewarded by going to play away at a team who didn't win their group. That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah. like even when 2 Liga MX teams play each other, they're gonna have to play in an American stadium.
Yeah, like unless it's like a really big team, they'll fill up the stadium. But like I don't know, bro. I think also like the unevenness of the teams is kind of weird. Like they should have like done it where it was like 16 and 16 or like 18 and 18. Like if they want to like just include 18 MLS teams, like the top 18. Because like having like an odd number is just like weird, and especially like bro, like you could fucking tell they were like they wanted to be a Liga MX MLS final. Like they put America, Chivas, Monterrey, Tigres, León all on the same side of the bracket. Like, no matter what, they're gonna be on the same side. It's like so only one of them is gonna make the final. If not, you probably get like obviously like a fucking all 4 Liga MX or maybe 3 out of 4 like semifinalists. But they wanted they put Messi on the easy ass side. Like they wanted to be like Messi.
It's written, bro. It's all set up already.
Messi America final, bro. I'm telling
you. He's gonna score a hat trick against us, and I'm not even gonna be mad. I'll let it slide.
And another thing that's weird is how LAFC and León, they automatically qualified to the knockouts, right? Or something like that?
León. I don't think León did. León has to play the LA Galaxy.
Okay, tomorrow. But it's because I saw the brackets, and León was like already in one of the qualified brackets, and LAFC was on the other side. So I don't know how that's gonna.
I think LAFC might have gone to the next round, but I don't think León, because León was scheduled to play today against the Galaxy.
Yeah, but they're too poor. They're too poor and can't afford plane tickets.
Yeah, like I don't know, bro.
Liga MX is just a meme right now, to be honest.
They just hopefully need to fucking go to Libertadores, bro. Like, what is this nonsense? Like, go to Libertadores. That's what everybody wants.
Where's LAFC?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think LAFC. They're the ones in the knockout round, I think, right?
What group
this is the first year. We got to see how this plays out. Obviously, Messi's gonna bring so much audience, but
I think right now maybe might be prejudging it too, because you never know. Like maybe like once it gets to like the round of 16 or quarterfinals, or maybe round of 16 when there's like, all right, like you're fucking getting some good matches. You might have like LAFC versus like
America
Monterrey or something, and like you never know. Then they can start getting like a little crazy. Messi versus like a big team like Chivas, you know.
You said right? Big team. Yeah, you didn't say Chivas after?
When does Chivas play?
They play Thursday, I believe.
Thursday.
Okay. That's going to be a must watch. All right. Now let's get into these hot takes that you guys presented with us today. We asked you guys last night to give us some.
I got some goofy ones here. But
you wanna ask yours first or what?
Sure. I'll say one right now. This one is... This one's like a crazy. I think it's pretty crazy, but I don't know. Well, let's see how we defend it. This is from Fabian_Dre. So thanks for your question or your hot take. He says, I think Rafael Marquez is a top 5 center back all time.
Bold take. That's the most Hispanic take I've ever heard.
That's the most biased take I've ever heard.
I don't feel like we say that, but just in his defense, if we think about this, right? Most people universally think the best team of all time, like club, national team, any team, the best team of all time was like Pep Guardiola's like 2006 to like 2011, like that whole era right there, or maybe like a little after that, but like that whole era of Barcelona, that was the best team of all time, according to like people, like the majority, and he was part of that starting 11. Like he was one of like, and bro, he was the free kick taker on that team, like over Ronaldinho, over Messi, like over Xavi, like he would kick free kicks. This guy was like an automatic starter for that team. So like maybe there's an argument there. Like he's definitely like one of Barcelona's best players of all time. Like not obviously not Messi status, but he's up there.
Obviously disagree, but I think Marquez could be top 20, to be honest. He really can. Because obviously what he doesn't have to show for is like trophies and stuff. He won Sextuple with Barca and all that, but with Mexico obviously not reaching that 5th game, it hurts him a lot. But I think there's debates. Yeah, there's debates that he's top 20 because of his ability, what his teammates have said about him. Like he was such a talented center back. And the fact, like how you just said, that he was part of probably the greatest era of football of all time. And at times he was captain, just says a lot. So he has 5 World Cup appearances, the same as Ronaldo, Messi. I think it's who else?
Not only is it
Lothar
5,
Matthäus.
Not only is it 5, he's the only one that was a captain at all 5.
Yeah, and in like 3 of those he scored.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll say top 20 for sure, just to keep you safe.
Credit where credit's due. Rafa Marquez deserves a lot of it. The guy was world class at some point, and there was like no denying it. But I can't put him top 5. I can't.
He said top 20. What do you say?
I can vouch for maybe like a top 15. Like maybe edge that 15.
Yeah, you can debate
spot.
top 15 too, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. Fabian, I fucking tried, bro. But
yeah, but regardless, that was really biased. Like you got Rafa Marquez. You got Sergio Ramos. You got Beckenbauer, even though it's way past our time.
I think there's just too many.
Yeah, but nah, that was crazy. You got another one, or you want us to bring one?
You guys can go next.
All right. All right. This is a current one. So shout out Emmanuel. He said Jorge Sanchez is the best right back Mexico has right now.
Yeah, I think that's true.
We're so sorry that I actually have to agree.
I don't want it to be true in my case because I love Araujo. I love how he plays. And I think so many people right now are going based off that Qatar game, which absolutely pisses me off.
What games have you watched Araujo play?
What do you mean?
What games have you watched him play?
Played the Olympic qualifiers with Mexico. He was playing for USA. He's actually played a lot of qualifiers for Mexico and friendlies. Yeah, he hasn't really been given the chance. It's the same case like with Santi and Henry Martin. You were debating me. So Santi hasn't been given that much opportunity compared to Martin. But when the time comes,
what has Araujo ever shown? Like this kid has not even played.
Okay,
like, how could you say?
Then why would Barca sign him?
Because Rafa Marquez is there.
Jesus Christ. This is like I just said, I don't want it to be true, but right now it is. And the reason why I don't want it to be true is, to me, Jorge Sanchez is not a good footballer, and he's proven it at Ajax, and all the Ajax fans absolutely want him gone.
He mentions that little saying, not a good footballer. When it comes to America players. Only when it comes to American players. He does the same shit for Henry Martin.
I give credit when credit is due, bro. To me, Henry Martin isn't good either.
You do the same shit for Cabecita. You do the same shit for all these fucking America players. You always throw in that little segment. He's not a good footballer,
dude. When did I ever say that about Cabecita?
Fucking stupid.
You're being biased.
The thing about Jorge Sanchez is that we'll give him credit. He's not an Ajax player because Ajax players are like, they're very technical, bro. Like from the fucking even the goalie to like
he is the least technical player on our squad.
But he does fucking, he's a hustle merchant. So he does hustle, and he is
he gives it
strong. Like if he gets into like the body of a fucking winger, he can body him off the ball. Like we've seen him do it against Pulisic at the Azteca before. He's had good performances against Jamaica. I fucking forgot that Leon Bailey and DeMar
Yeah, he had a
playing.
world.
Like,
he had a masterclass against Jamaica.
Sanchez held it down against Jamaica.
He's had some good games, bro. Like he got a couple man of the matches, man of the matches in for Ajax. He got a player of the month, or like he was part of the best 11 of the month in Eredivisie, like one time with Ajax. So it hasn't been all horrible with him. He's like like when he stepped up to the plate sometimes. I think he gets a really bad rap, and like I said.
Dude, it's just some of the things he does is absolutely
decision making is abysmal. That's really it though.
We can't. This is about to get like a little fucking like tactics and shit, but whatever. We can't have two fullbacks that like are like the same, bro. Like if Jorge Sanchez is
defensive,
starting, we need an attacking fullback on the other side, like Arteaga.
Gallardo.
He's more defending. But like if we have a Gallardo on the other side who's like he's okay at attacking, but he's not really good at anything really.
I take Gallardo. I really try to shit on him because he's just a player that of my preference I really don't like. I really don't like watching Gallardo.
But he is our best.
But that he is our only fullback who can cross a ball. He is our only fullback who can cross a ball.
Don't tell me you're one of those Arteaga guys, bro.
Bro, don't tell me that. Like,
how many Arteaga games have you watched? How many times have you watched Arteaga play?
In the Belgian league or like for Mexico?
In general.
Enough times.
He's mid.
He's better
than mid. No, that's the thing. We don't rate Gallardo like that either, but he is.
You asked me, is it fair to compare? Like, okay, like Gallardo's probably had maybe 15 good games with La Seleccion, but he's played like fucking 80. So he's only like like Arteaga might have only had like maybe 2 good games for Mexico, but he's only played like he doesn't ever play, bro. Like
Gallardo.
You give him the same amount of games, the same amount of trust that you give Gallardo, like I promise you're gonna see results. Like people expect like Arteaga to like change the world by getting one start and then getting benched 5 games in a row and then playing one game and then getting benched for fucking 2 months in a row and then playing another game. It's like while you give Gallardo like 30 games in a row to make all these fucking mistakes and then he finally has like a good 5-game run and everyone's like, oh, I told you, I see Gallardo's the best. It's like, bro, he had like a decent tournament like here in the Gold Cup. But he did have some moments where, like, bro, you almost cost us the game. I don't know if you guys remember. Santi Jimenez's goal, like, he got fucking burnt. Like, they nutmegged him. They were about to get an assist. He was I promise you. If Edson Alvarez wasn't there to block the ball.
He died for that ball.
Oh, it goes so overlooked, man.
I promise you, everybody's killing killing Gallardo right now. Like, they're destroying him on social media saying, I told you, this guy needs to be out of the team. Like, bro, it doesn't make any sense. Like, no logical person saying like, okay, Arteaga is a starting, like undisputed starter on a team that's like playing like they're right now. I think it's like yesterday or today or this week. They're playing Champions League qualifiers. This team makes the Europa League. He's played in Europa League before. Might play in the Champions League. He's getting looked at by teams in England and Spain. But you're telling me he can't play for Mexico against teams like fucking Haiti, like Costa Rica's like old ass team, like bro, like you, I promise you give him all the games that you gave Gallardo in this Gold Cup. There's not going to be a fucking drop off. Like
Gallardo just always given the benefit of the doubt, and he's blessed by every manager.
Yeah, I don't know why, bro. Like I don't know what it is about Mexican managers. I think it's just like people that hustle.
I don't know if it's his body type, like ability, bro. It's something.
Yeah,
like
that was another good one though. You got another one?
Another one. Let's see. This is a good one. This is a shout out to this team that we always hype up on Cabra. So it says this is from Gabi _FÚTBOL. He said, "Must watch FC is making the Liguilla." And if you don't know who that is, that's FC Juarez. They nicknamed them Must Watch FC. And they're living up to the name, bro. They're living up to the name.
It's 3 games in, bro. It's 3 games in.
Movement, bro. We told you guys, they have a youth movement going on. Like, don't sleep on Juarez. And what do they come out and do? Beat America the Azteca 2-1 with an assist from one of those players that we told you guys about, Sebastian Perez Buquet. From Tapatío, from Chivas. Owning America, nothing new, right? Chivas player. At the Azteca. Next game, they tie the champions, Tigres. And then the third game, they go into the Bombonera, the Nemesio Diaz, whatever you want to call it, the Luga Stadium. They score 4 on them, 4-2.
That's a tough place to go to also.
I don't know when this episode is going out, but whenever today, technically, they're going to smash on Mazatlán.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, I'm telling you, bro, they're rolling. I do think they're gonna make the Liguilla. Like they've already played almost in Liga MX. They've already played almost 3 of their hardest games, and they have 7 points, 3rd place. Like they haven't played like no Mazatlán yet, no Pumas and Cholos, like teams like that. Like I'm telling you, bro, watch out for this team. Watch out for this team, bro.
Yeah, I've been surprised, but it's still early. It's still early, and I think, dude, their stadium is terrible. No way, I can't see that stadium in a Liga MX like.
I respect them, bro. That I think is helping them out is that nobody is paying attention to them. Like I bet you America fell asleep on them. Like all these teams are just gonna sleep on them, and they're gonna come out and just like playing, doing what they do, and they're just gonna catch you slipping. Like it's happened 3 games already.
I give them to like half the season until they crumble and end up like 15th in the league.
I don't think so, bro. I think they're gonna make league.
Man. I don't think they have enough. I think they have enough to surprise a couple more teams. I think they can definitely rack up a couple more points and play good football. But I think in the reality of it is when you really get into that Liguilla, there's really 4 teams you gotta hustle, and I don't think they have it to beat those those big ass 4 teams.
The hot take was the Liguilla.
I get you. No, I get you. I don't even think they can get Liguilla though. I don't even think they can get Liguilla.
Because once you get to Liguilla, yes, they tied to Tigres, but Tigres and Liguilla turn into it's like Madrid in the Champions League, bro. As corny as it sounds,
different gravy. These guys, those guys love playing. Those guys love playing the Liguilla, man. It's their shit.
Yeah. All right, that was a good one. Let me bring up one. This is the one with me and Keeks we're talking about right now. We're having a debate over. So actually think about it before you answer, all right?
Okay.
Because it sounds crazy, but if you actually think about it, it's not that crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna let Chris talk first because I'm gonna swing at Viejo if he fucking starts saying stupid shit.
Giovanni Dos Santos did more for Mexico than Chicharito.
That's facts. That's 100% facts. No, hold on. Let me take it.
Don't look up. He's on Google right now.
I need you to speak though. I need you to speak though. Why? Give me why.
Let me take it a step further.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Let me ask 2 questions. Let me ask a question and then I'll take it a step further. Is this like strictly talking about like La Seleccion, or are you talking about Mexico in general, like culture-wise too, and like popularity and like what he did for the game of Mexico?
He said it for Mexico, so take it as what you think.
If it's just for La Seleccion, it's 100% facts, bro. And I'll take it a step further. Not only is Giovanni clear of Chicharito, Giovanni's prime. I'm about to rant right now. Giovanni's prime is clear of any Mexican national team player ever. More than Hugo Sanchez, more than Rafa Marquez, more than Polanco, more than all right. His prime is clear of all of them.
And you know what's crazy?
That's facts. Hold on.
What if he reaches potential?
Watch. This is in order, bro. 2009, he's a Gold Cup champion, Gold Cup MVP. 2010, World Cup Young Player of the Tournament runner-up behind Thomas Muller. 2011, Gold Cup champion. 2012, Olympic gold medalist. All in that time. Watch. Check this out.
You got
Check this out. So he has the trophies, right? He has the trophies. In that same span, it was like, I saw a stat. It was like 50-something games. He had like 17 goals, 16 assists.
That's it.
So it's like, so he has the trophies. He has the stats. All right, now forget about that. Like what you were watching, bro. Like this dude was like different. Like my whole fucking like childhood, even like now, the only way I see Mexico score is like a set piece, a cross, a defensive mistake. Dude, this dude was like the only dude that would create down the middle, like dribbling past players. Like he was like the perfect cam, bro. The perfect cam. So like
I sense a little bias, but I'll let him cook.
Amazing. So like it wasn't just like what he did on, not just the trophies, not what he did on paper. Like watching him, bro, like you felt like he scored like 40 goals and like 40 assists because like he was just like magical, bro. Like he would create like chances left and right. So he has like that nostalgia feel too. Not only that, his last thing on his resume is moments, bro. Like big moments. He is responsible for the greatest goal in the history of the Mexico-USA rivalry. That golazo against the USA in 2011.
Greatest goal in Mexico history.
Like that's the most. That's the greatest. But like one is the final against your rival, and 2. So it was already the circumstances. But like 2, like I don't think I've ever seen someone chip over like well, first of all, like dog walk the goalie, and then you're chipping it from outside the box perfectly in the
with
top
2
corner.
players in the box.
Yeah, like
I mean in the goal
line trying to head the ball, and there's like a gap like that big, and it goes like right over the defender's head into the goal. And not only that, last one. Another moment.
Said last one like 4 times.
We all talk about the quinto partido, right? The quinto partido that everybody like is like crying over, right? His goal against the Netherlands was the reason we were within minutes. Golazo against the Netherlands.
The world-class goal
of getting that quinto partido because of him. Like if we didn't fuck up and like choke in the last 5 minutes, it would have been his goal that sent us through to play Costa Rica in the quarterfinals. So he has moments. He's on paper, he's good. Nostalgia watching him wise, he was good, and the trophies, he was good. And if you think about it, bro, in that era between like 2008 to like 2014 ish, that was Mexico's golden generation. You still had Rafa Marquez, you had a prime Héctor Moreno, a prime Guardado, prime HH with like Gio, Chicharito, like even Vela was on the team.
What was it?
Like,
pre-surgery HH.
Prime Memo Ochoa. This is the golden generation of Mexico, and literally the best player on the golden generation was Giovanni Dos Santos. Like, so how could Chicharito be better or be higher? Like when Giovanni Dos Santos was the face of the golden generation, bro. Not Chicha. I'm telling
Before
you.
I pass it to Keeks,
I'm not even gonna say anything.
Yeah, no, watch.
I'm not even gonna say
because he was so confident and he was not backing anything up before we started.
It's because this idiot didn't bring me no facts.
I brought you facts.
You brought facts and more. You said absolutely everything possible.
Yeah, he
this
fucking ended you, bro. This is what I told him, and he still didn't
end me. I didn't even say anything. I didn't even get to say anything.
For those of you that know me, Gio's my idol. That's why I have 17 on all my Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. If you guys know me, I have 17 on everything. This dude right here, the fact that he never reached his potential, not even close, is just crazy. And he was still probably one of the best players of our generation. That's why when I dropped that video of what could have been, at the end I said, regardless of what happened to his career, he still brought us one of the most beautiful moments in the Seleccion. He brought us so much joy to watch. Now, what I was telling this guy before is that Chicharito, his only argument back was Chicharito's the top goal scorer for the Seleccion. Okay, but what does that actually do for Mexico? That's just an individual like achievement.
Not only
in
that,
the Seleccion though.
You have to think about this. Prime Chicharito, like from 2011 to like 2014, like his Man United days. Dude, this dude got benched by Oribe Peralta.
I wouldn't call that his prime. I can't
2017, 16 Copa America and USA.
The Leverkusen days.
Like his prime years, like
when he was at Madrid,
when he burst onto the scene, like in 2010 to like 2018, like or probably like 2014, 15, 16, like 2010, like that was like his golden era. So like the middle World Cup, like within his like prime, he fell off so bad for like a period that he got benched. Like by Oribe Peralta, by Giovanni Dos Santos.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys remember, like in the 2014
Guillermo Franco.
Yeah, like bro, like I don't know if you guys remember, like in the 2014 qualifiers, on the final day when Gram Susi fucking saved us, Chicharito missed a sitter with no goalie. He would have been the bro. Martinoli, like the commentator, was going off on him.
Yeah,
because he would have been the reason we didn't go. Like if Gram Susi didn't save us, like Chicharito missed an open net. I'm like, bro, like this dude, like. I don't know.
We absolutely ended that debate, to be honest. I don't think if any of you guys think otherwise, you're absolutely like brainwashed.
I feel like at that point it's not even a hot take anymore.
And the thing is, Chicharito, the 2010 World Cup when he scored against France, he came on as a sub. Guillermo Franco started over him. Yes, Guillermo Franco was good. He actually reached like a UCL semifinal with Villarreal or something like that. 2014 when he scored against Croatia, he was a sub. Oribe Peralta, came in for Oribe Peralta, I think. I think this Chicharito hasn't had big moments for the Seleccion. The only one I can remember is like the CONCACAF Cup when he scored the opener.
Chicharito's had big.
This guy has
take it away from him. He's had big moments, but hasn't had bigger moments.
It doesn't compare to Gio.
Yeah, there you go. Because you can't just also say that he hasn't done anything for the Seleccion.
No, he has. I'm not big moments.
I'm not gonna argue. There's no point. Chris said everything right. The only thing I'm gonna take away from him, the only thing that I will like take away from you is the quinto partido. Obviously, yes, we were minutes away from scoring, but I feel like it was like a so close yet so far kind of thing, you know. But like literally everything else he said, you know, was factual. So like, there was really nothing else to
And we forgot. I was trying to explain to him the Olympics, but he kept cutting me off. In the Olympics, we tied our first game 0-0. The second game, we couldn't break the deadlock until Giovanni scored that opener, and then he scored a brace the second in the Olympics. And I think the first knockout game, we couldn't. I think it was 2-2. We were winning 2-0. Senegal scored 2-2. We went into extra time. We thought we were going to lose because Senegal scored 2 to come back. Who scores the breakthrough in the extra time? Giovanni Dos Santos. And I think he scored one.
I could be wrong. No, I think Sadio Mane played in that game too.
Yeah. I was watching a video yesterday. That's why I remember it clearly.
Yeah.
And I remember we lost. Giovanni Dos Santos got injured for the final against Brazil. And there's articles about those Brazilian players. I think Neymar said it too, that they were happy that Gio didn't play. That wasn't going to play.
Player.
Bro, he's el 10.
Yeah, no, I mean,
2020 Cordoba fucking light years clear.
Yeah. And don't forget the U17 championship
bro,
as well.
These are trophies that like us Mexicans like to fucking hype up. Again, that was our first ever World Cup like trophy at any level, the U17 World Cup, and he won it. He was like, I think it was the tournament MVP. Him or Vela, they were one of them was tournament MVP. And again, that's another moment,
both
bro. Like,
actual frauds, man.
Like Chicharito is great, and like this is not just a trying to say on Chicharito. This is against everybody. Like this is like Rafa Marquez too. Does not his prime with La Selección only, obviously, does not compare to Giovanni Dos Santos, not Hugo Sanchez, maybe Cuauhtémoc Blanco because he did win a Confederations Cup and he was a dog back then.
I feel like it also helps a lot that Gio. I mean, I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong or not, but I really don't think Gio had a club prime. I really don't think there was a moment in any club he played for where he really shined and starred.
Maybe so I think, Real, but that was like 2015.
I can just that one free kick against Madrid.
maybe because he did play a lot. Yeah, he did play a lot too.
Like almost like 15 or like 15 like combined goals and assists that season. If I don't.
Yeah, it wasn't too shabby, but like those are nothing compared to what he was able to do with the Seleccion kit, you know. So obviously that does help out a lot, but yeah, I can. There's really like nothing to argue about.
Move on. We were in that for like 15 minutes, bro. We have to absolutely end that debate, to be honest.
It's not a debate.
The popular take, though, still like even if people still probably think Chicharito, bro. I'm telling you.
I think if we'd opened it up to like cultural and you know like the who actually, you know, represented the Selección Mexicana a little more, I think we probably would have to vouch for Chicharito.
Well, if you combine, like, if this is just La Selección, because if you combine, like, La Selección with club, Chicharito's clear, like, not even close. Because of what he did at Man U.
Yeah, the guy succeeded at the clubs he went to, you know? He did his thing.
Like, even with Madrid for, like, a loan spell, he did good. At Leverkusen, he was insane. Like,
West Ham, he was okay.
I'll never get over him going to Madrid. That was sick. And his debut, popping a fucking left-footed half volley into the top left corner. I'll never see Gio do that ever in his life.
Okay. All right, let's get into this other one. Is really good. Shout out Joe Garcia. He said, Alejandro Sendejas would be way more valuable for Mexico than he ever will be for USA.
No.
I agree.
No. He's not fast enough.
And that Gold Cup just proved it to me.
He's not fast enough to play on our side. He's never benched Antuna.
Joe wasn't fast enough either.
Where is Zendejas going to play? Zendejas not going to play in the 10. We don't play with the 10.
Right wing for Antuna?
No, he wouldn't. Yeah, otherwise, Piojo would have been playing over Antuna if we had other options. Piojo fucking came off the bench every game he played and shined. He did his thing. I got a fucking haircut because of Piojo Alvarado. So there's like... Looks kind of sick. Looks cool.
Not bad.
But it just I think he made the right choice, regardless.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make an impact anywhere, bro. Like if he was Mexico, like I don't see him any difference between like him, Antuna, Alvarado. Like they're all pretty much the same.
Bro,
Cordoba, they're all similar.
I might just prefer Sendejas just because he's a lefty. We don't really have any like right wingers that are lefties that can cut in and shoot. Because most of them are just like right wing.
Sendejas is not a cut in and shoot type of player. Okay, Sendejas can't pick the ball up off the.
This Gold Cup just proved it to me because he was in the Nation League squad and he obviously didn't get any minutes. He was supposed to come into the Gold Cup and like show for himself like why he should be starting in or be like a first sub at least for the USA first team.
But he didn't. That was it.
And he did terrible. All right, he did. But now you guys are forgetting the main thing as to why he would be way more valuable for Mexico than US.
Why?
He plays for America, Televisa. All these guys have so much power. Henry Martin, Jorge Sanchez. There's so many America players that shouldn't, bro.
Like who? Well,
Henry Martin, he should not start.
We fucking went through the Jorge Sanchez debate already. He's obviously our best right back.
You guys missed that main part. He plays for America. And so you mean to tell me he would be more valuable for USA than he ever would be if he chose Mexico?
Yeah.
No.
Because he's not vital to the Selección. Where would he play? I'm telling you, this kid isn't going to just hop in our squad and take somebody's spot.
Well, you can't lie. Mexico wanted him so bad.
Yeah, of course we did because the fucking Mexican-American kid was Mexican-American was finally going to opt to play for the Selección Mexicana. We always get fucking We always get like, second place. We always get little brother when it comes to this shit. There's so many Hispanic players that were carrying this U.S. team throughout the Copa Oro. And there was nothing we could do about it. They always choose that. They always choose that side.
I feel like the ones that live in Texas, you choose the U.S. and the ones that
as well.
Cali,
They grow up here, so it's
Kaale, Araujo. Isn't Brizuela too? No, Brizuela was like he chose Mexico. Miguel Ponce, Chivas. Yeah, that is true. I never thought of that.
I guess it is the Texans.
Yeah.
No,
all right.
Even Diego Ochoa, Efrain Alvarez, they both chose Mexico and they're from California.
You got another one?
Another one. Let me just read some of the funny ones, bro.
I think I got one more. I think I got one more good one. That's it.
This guy just said Jabulani, whatever that means. I think it's
the ball.
Jabulani.
Jabulani. This is another funny one. Diego Lainez should be playing for Tottenham. Facts. This one is crazy. I don't even want to read that one. Let's see here. America's overrated. That's not really a hot take.
I got one like that too.
This one, I see so much, bro, and it's like, and it just like pisses me off. Well, there's two of them actually. One of them is that this one could be quick. One is that Chuy Corona is better than Ochoa, or like it's like a better legacy.
Stop. Not even worth. Not even worth. He's at Cholos right now, absolutely fucking blowing us down. You'd be
surprised. This is like. I'm looking at all the response. There's like 4 of them that say that.
You should dead say all their names so they can sound like idiots. You should dead say all their names right now.
So there's Gabriel Eel. So yeah, that's not a good one, bro.
Moron.
Don't get me wrong though. Chuy Corona was in the 2012 Olympics. He was spectacular. We should have easily lost in the semis.
It's mostly either Chivas fans that hate Ochoa or Cruz Azul fans.
Yeah, it has to be the most biased. It has to be the most biased shit for you to say, for you to pick anybody over Memo Ochoa, to be honest.
And then another one here, Antuna is actually good. I don't know about that one. Another one is Antuna.
Antuna isn't bad. He's not our worst player, if I'm being honest. Like, he's not good, no, but he's not.
It just shows Mexico's standards, bro.
He's not the worst. He's not the worst. I give him the benefit of the doubt. The thing is,
like, if we're being honest, like if Mexico's fully healthy, like the starting wingers, it's Chucky and Tecatito.
It's Chucky. I don't even think Tecatito anymore. I think it would be Chucky and Orbelin, to be honest.
I don't like Orbelin.
It's because once you have a...
I don't know if this is a hot take, but like Orbelin for me is like he should play in the midfield. Like I don't like him as a winger, bro. Like at all.
I like him anywhere. He's such a good footballer.
It's the way he plays. The way he plays when he is on that left side, his position is that he always ships in. He always goes into that 10 spot. He always carries the ball to that central area. That's how he got his goal against Jamaica.
I don't mind.
Dude, this dude can literally play right wing, striker, center forward, left wing,
he is versatile.
Center mid.
He is versatile, but he is way more better centrally. Yeah,
he's also, I don't know, bro. He gives me that Pecho Frio vibe, like.
Last Gold Cup. He's one of our most consistent players.
Bro, last Gold Cup when we lost to the US 1-0 in Vegas. You guys were there. So shout out to you guys.
He was terrible, yeah.
Bro, if you remember that game,
left wing.
Pineda missed 2 sitters. 2 sitters.
I was too focused on watching Funes Mierda. I can't lie.
In this final against Panama, again, missed like 2 decent chances. Like
wait. And this final, to me, Pineda was man of the match. He was so... yes.
What?
I said that. I remember I texted you guys. Actually look back. Like, you guys are looking at just a miss yet. This dude was so direct, and he was the only... He's not even an attacker, and he was the only attacker that was fucking actually trying to, like, score and make an impact.
I thought he was getting fucking ragdolled.
The level of competition, bro. Like, we're saying Antuna and Pineda are not that bad, but it's like, look who we played. Like, who was the best team we played in this Gold Cup?
Jamaica. And we somehow made those guys look like shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I don't remember. Was there any special moment from like either Antuna or Pineda from that game? I don't remember.
Hell no.
Like I don't think so. Like
no, it wasn't.
The third goal was created by Lainez, Gallardo, and Piojo. And the obviously a free kick. Like that's just Luis Chavez by himself. And
shout out Luis Chavez. Liked our Instagram pic video.
I don't know, but like I can't like I said this and I got like hella shit for it on Twitter. I can't remember like what is Orbelin's big moment with like La Seleccion. Like Like, what is
dude,
it? Like,
just
like
starting in the starting
bro.
in Saudi Arabia and making Mexico look like a completely different team, bro.
But that's not like I mean, he had a good game against Saudi Arabia. Like, hooray!
He
like,
should have started since the first game, bro. I was so mad because I wanted him to start since the beginning.
He needed to start. He needed to start.
10 that game. I said, yes. I don't mind him because you need 3 different midfielders, bro. We need a defensive one. We need a box to box, and then one that's like more attacking. If he's that more attacking one, I'm fine. But as a winger, bro, I don't think he has like what it takes to be a winger. One, he's not.
Because he's not a natural winger. Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we were on this, like, is Antuna good? Well, the answer is no. But like,
but I don't want you guys to compare Pineda and Antuna.
If Mexico's fully healthy, like my wingers are Chucky and Tecatito starting.
No, I don't Tecatito.
Tecatito's washed, bro.
How is Tecatito washed, bro? Like, how?
Bro,
old,
look,
doggy.
even
he's old,
he had
bro.
one good tournament. That's it, bro.
Isn't he 30? Like, he's barely 30.
Just because he's doing stepovers at Sevilla, but every month he's fucking tearing his ligaments. He tears his ligaments every month.
I saw Tecatito in his prime for Seleccion in person. He was literally the closest thing to Neymar I've ever seen. But dude, this guy lives off of that Venezuela goal and that goal against Canada because obviously they were world-class goals.
No, he doesn't live off that. He doesn't. He had that. No, throughout that span of what 2-3 years maybe where we were playing consistently with Tecatito every damn game was phenomenal. This guy was the best player we had for a while, but. I think we're past Tecatito, unfortunately.
Man.
You're forgetting one thing though. Like, who do we have then? It's Antuna, which come on.
What about Alexis Vega? I thought he was sick.
What about Brígido? What about Padilla?
Alexis Vega, Antuna, like Alvarado, Lainez. None of them can touch Tecatito right now.
Bro, if our federation was smart. If our federation was smart, we would already be calling up Padilla. Like, I mean, look at teams like Spain. They call up the William brother, and he barely even scores. It's just he's young and he's fucking rapid.
Ociel Herrera's next up.
Yeah, I like him too. I mean,
Ociel Herrera's next up.
Not Tigres, because now he's never gonna go to Europe. But
yeah,
Tigres is gonna like.
True.
Oh, we want 30 million for him. No, but
shout out that.
Here's a hot take that this is not from anybody, but this is from me. Bro, like what you kind of just said right now about Yael Padilla, I think Mexico is literally the only national team. This is not even a hot take. This is just facts. I think Mexico is the only national team in the world, bro. But like I don't know what it is about our young players. Like that, I don't know if it's corruption or like some sort of money thing or they don't play at big enough clubs. But like, bro,
all of the above.
We don't give young players a chance for shit. Like, let me give you an example. I can promise you, there's not 6 midfielders in Mexico better than Fidel Ambriz. Fidel Ambriz should not have been with the U23 team this summer. He should have been starting at the Gold Cup. Like,
yeah, why not,
bro? Let me explain this to you, bro. Like, Fidel Ambriz at 16 was debuted. At 17, was a Liga MX champion. At 20, he was a CCL champion. 3 summers in a row has won something with Mexico's youth teams. He's the captain of the U23 team at 20 years old. So that's just like, and bro, like he started both legs of the semifinals and final in the CCL at 20 years old. He scored a banger against Tigres in the semifinals of the CCL. Like, bro, this dude like he's played over like 4,000 minutes, over like 80 games in Liga MX already. Like starter, he can play CDM, he can play center back, he can play center mid, he can play attacking mid. This dude literally fucking does it all. Like, yes, how? If you look at his resume and you compare it to fucking Charlie Rodriguez, like, what the fuck? Either you look at that shit, it's not even fucking close.
It's just...
Like, he's better than Charlie Rodriguez, better than fucking Eric Sanchez, he's better than Luis Romo. Like, none of those fucking guys, like...
I don't mind Eric Sanchez.
Like, bro, like, and here's another thing, though. Like, I don't know if you guys watched this game, but it was this summer. It was like maybe a month ago. Mexico's U23s were playing Spain's U23s because Mexico was going to go play in, like, the Central American games, and Spain was going to go play in like the U20-something Euros or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Bro, before that game started, I'm like, oh, like I recognize some of the Spain players. But I'm like, let me look at their team. Bro, I looked at their whole fucking, like, their starting 11. Their starting 11 combined, like, had like 30,000 minutes in like La Liga, like just last season. Like every single one of them are starters in La Liga. I was looking at him like, bro, what the fuck? Like this midfielder has like starting for Villarreal, had like 10 goals, like 9 assists. I'm like, what the fuck? He's probably one of Villarreal's best players.
Yeah.
Like, they had players that were playing for Atletico Madrid, starting on fucking Sociedad, like full of La Liga
Big
players.
teams,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, I hadn't heard of them, but I'm like, oh shit, looking into them, like these guys are all starters in La Liga, like at a young age. Mexico tied that game. Fidel Ambrí scored and looked like one of the best players on the field. So you're telling me he can play against this La Liga level side, but we can't trust him to play games against fucking Haiti. Nah, bro. We're gonna send you to the Central American games because you're not good enough to play Haiti. You're not good enough to play Costa Rica and fucking Panama, like these weak ass teams. It's like, come on, bro. Like Honduras is fucking B team. Like, this was like my original point. Like, if there was, like Mexico's the only national team that does this, bro. I promise you, if there's a Spaniard out there who had like that many minutes, like to their domestic league, or a Portuguese player like with that many minutes in Portugal, or a German player with that many minutes in Germany, all those accomplishments, they'd be on the senior team. They would literally be on the senior team. It's only Mexico that's like, oh, nah, that's cool and all, but we're gonna go with Luis Romo. Like
the higher ups. The higher ups in this federation, the ones who actually make the decision of calling up players, are just terrible. Mexico, as much as countries around the world make fun of us, especially Argentinians, I despise those guys. They think they're so superior to everyone because they have the two greatest players of all time.
I do kind of hate them too,
bro. Mexico's foundation, like youngsters, is one of the best in the world, bro. We've won U17 like twice. We've won the Olympics like twice in the past 20 years. We've made it to U20 World Cup finals. I think we lost to Nigeria in one of them. We should have beat Brazil in another U17 World Cup final. I think it was U20 with Efrain Alvarez.
And Efrain Alvarez, that's when, before he went ghost. But that biggest robbery ever.
We have the young player. It's just whoever calls them up is just brain dead. You mean to tell me, like you just said, that Ambríz guy you just said, he's miles better than like Luis Romo and all these guys that we took to the Gold Cup, and all these teams, Haiti, Jamaica, like all these small teams that have no players. This is when we should be calling up these youngsters that should show for themselves. Like now that Padilla has his like 3 goals in 4 games or whatever he has, he should be getting called up. Like, why not? You see your England, Spain, like teams with world-class players that like are on Ballon d'Or lists. They call up these young players that even after scoring just 5 goals, bro, they give these players opportunities. And when you mean to tell me we can't give these players opportunities against Panama?
And Mexico, here's the thing, bro. Oh, go ahead, Kike.
I got you, Bill. So Mexico, what we really struggle with is finding players in form. We never pick any player that is actually shining in their league. Like you said, in England, in Spain, in Germany, these guys can, start racking up a couple goals. They can play really consistent. Once they get these 4 or 5, good games, once they get that month where they consistently play really well, the Seleccion is immediately already tapping up. And if they're not going to start, they're at least letting them know, hey, we're interested in bringing you with us. We're going to bring you in the squad, at least. Mexico doesn't do any of that. We bring the same players every single time to every single competition. This shit is so refreshed. We refresh the same page every time because the federation doesn't care. That's the thing. The federation wants these players that are going to bring in the most money, the most well-known players. The federation isn't willing to sacrifice or, risk sending out these youngsters and, not getting something out of their end, not putting something in their pocket, unfortunately.
Yeah, bro. Like it's at so many levels. Like, think about this. Like, Spain had no problem like leaving out Sergio Ramos from the World Cup, and they brought in like player. I think this guy. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure this guy debuted. Like, made his Spain debut in the World Cup. The left back of Balde. I'm pretty sure he was like 19, and I don't even think he had played a game yet for Spain, and he like fucking was playing in the World Cup. So that like there's teams that like they have no problem playing 17, 18. Mbappe was fucking like 17, 18 in a World Cup, like starting. Like, these are like big teams. But for some reason, Mexico is like nah. Like, if you're not 25, like you're not ready. Like, we need to keep playing these same guys. Like, because the thing is, even if Fidel Ambríz like was the exact same level as like a Luis Romo or Charlie Rodriguez, why wouldn't you bring Ambríz? Like,
he's younger.
Like, it's like, first of all, yeah, exactly. Like he's 20. These guys are 26 and 28. Like, who do you think in 4 years or 3 years when the World Cup is, who do you think is going to be better? These guys when they're already like 30 and you've already seen their prime. You've already seen what they are. or this guy who's already at their level, maybe even better, him in 3 years is going to be the better player. Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, we don't. It's not even like I'm asking for, like, oh, let's just invest in the youth. We can take some losses. Like, bro, like, these guys that are younger are already better. Like, you're getting a win-win.
Bro,
they're younger,
why don't they just hire us, bro?
Better. So it's like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. Like,
they just need to hire us.
Like, I don't. This kind of leads into like another hot take, but like, I'm really interested in seeing like Jimmy Lozano's like September roster because he's already kind of striking me as a fucking yes man, and like he's already showing me signs of him being like he does a lot of favors for his friends.
The puppet.
Like, exactly. Like, bro, like if you think about it, like another example of this, probably the biggest example we have on the Seleccion is how is Santi Jimenez not like an automatic starter, like 90-minute player, 120-minute player for la Seleccion? Like,
Televisa.
what other team in the world is like, okay, yeah, this guy, he's one of the leading goal scorers of the Europa League, a league champion with Feyenoord, which is like, that's not an easy thing, bro. Like, Feyenoord has 2 league titles in 20 years. Like,
Only
it's not like
La
they do that shit
Seleccion.
every year. Like, they fucking had to get through Ajax, get through PSV, like teams that usually win it. Like, he's making what is it called? Europa League quarterfinals. And he got Player of the Year for Feyenoord. He can play 90 minutes for Feyenoord. He's played 120 minutes in knockout games of the Europa League, but he can't play he can't start for Mexico. Like,
it's
what
terrible.
The fuck? Because of Henry Martin? Like, bro,
we're so dead, bro. I hate this federation.
Yeah.
Like, show me when that makes sense. And then everyone was like, bro, you know what's pissing me off? I'm going on a rant right now. But you know what was pissing me off?
He's stressing, bro.
People were actually trying to justify why Henry Martin should start. And I'm like,
morons. And he's one of them. And he tried to make me look bad on the pod.
World Cup goal.
And it only took 2 days for that to absolutely change his mind.
World Cup goal and Santi has none.
Here's the thing, like, you know, like people were trying to justify that, and like Santi started 1 game and Henry started 5, and they finished with the same amount of goals. And I'm gonna give the tiebreaker to Santi just because he had the most important goal. Like, he literally had like, they both scored the same amount of goals. He had the most important one. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, this guy's like fucking miles clear.
Bro, you know what I told him? In the pod, he was like, bro, and everyone was agreeing with him because no one likes to debate like when things look obvious, apparently. But I was like,
they listen like good boys.
He was like, oh, Martin's gonna keep scoring and he's gonna keep starting. And I was like, all right, but look, it's gonna take one moment, for him. And I didn't say in the final. I said in the 2024 Copa America that Santi is gonna be the main man. He's gonna start. Nope. It only took 2 days after that pod for him to score that goal in the final, and he for sure should be the starter.
Probably.
Facts,
I mean, nothing wrong with it.
And that's what I'm telling you. Like, but this is like what I was trying to say. Like fucking Jimmy Lozano is already showing me signs that he's just a fucking other yes man, and that's why I'm not really all the way on board with him yet. Because if you think about it, why is he starting Henry Martin over Santi? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, he's in the media, bro. He fucking knows what's going on. Like, he sees people talking about Santi. He knows what Santi has done. Like, how are you not starting? That's already one. Why? Because it was his buddy from the Olympics. Explain to me this. How did Piojo Alvarado get to, like, start games and, like, play more games than, like, Osiel Herrera when Piojo Alvarado wasn't even called up? Like, you weren't even on the team. Like, how were you, like, a replacement and you're getting more minutes than, like, someone that was already there? Why? Because fucking Piojo Alvarado's his guy and Osiel Herrera was not. It's like, bro, like, obviously Osiel Herrera deserved to call up more. If you look at the games last season, he just had a better season than Piojo. Why is he playing more games?
Well, way better like, season.
Again, Arteaga, he should be starting, but why isn't he starting? Because Arteaga didn't want to go to the Olympics. He kind of like he dropped out of the team. Jimmy Lozano did not forget that, and what happens? He doesn't start, bro. He's already showing signs like, all right, bro. And then again, another guy who I don't think is good at all. If you guys look at the tape, people were like sucking this guy off the whole tournament. But if you look at the tape, this guy had one horrible mistake every single game for Mexico. And luckily, we play in CONCACAF where none of the teams are good enough to punish us. But Luis Romo, bro, I don't know if you guys noticed. Every
dog
game,
shit.
He did a fucking stupid ass pass where like they'd give it to him in the midfield, and he'd give it to the wrong team like on a counterattack.
He scored his 2 goals
against Haiti. Where like in the box, he gave it to some guy in the box, and they almost scored. Yeah. He did it every single game. Why is he starting? Because that was his fucking guy for the Olympics, bro. Again, I'm telling you, he's showing me signs of like this guy, like he's Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see September, bro. Like, there needs to be a lot of changes in that roster. And not only that, the starting lineup. I don't want to get to September and we're playing friendlies and the fucking starting attack is Henry Martin, Antuna, and like fucking Pineda.
I can't wait to go back to this and see the exact same starting
lineup. You're
lineup.
brain dead.
Like, I'm telling you,
all
bro,
right.
like,
we gotta, bro. That was that question right there used to be just one video.
That was the longest podcast.
We just hit an hour. I want to bring up this question because it's a question, the last question. Well, hot take that I forgot the name because I turned off my phone. But
nice.
This is a hot take that I've been thinking about for like the past 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
So the 2014 Mexico team should have been in the World Cup semifinals.
Yes.
Yeah. And they could have made the final, to be honest.
Yes, because
Imagine.
All right, no. Actually, so peep this shit. So I always when this gets brought up a lot, I always like to bring up this exact same little segment. We go through. We beat the Netherlands. Who's next? Costa Rica.
We
were not losing to Costa Rica.
Okay, well,
as sick as they came out, as sick as they were looking, they topped the group of death. So it was. I'll give them props. But Costa Rica was not handling that Seleccion, that aggressive style of football that we played with Piojo. They were not going to be able to handle it, man. We just had too many stars. We had too many way better players than they did.
And then we go to the semifinal against Argentina. You think we would have enough confidence to reach the final and beat them?
I think no cap, I think we would have beat them, bro. Like, I think
it's because
Argentina. Check this out.
Their team wasn't good.
It wasn't that good of a squad. It really wasn't.
Not only that, like, I think Argentina, we would have had like such a big revenge factor, bro. Like, we would have like had it on our mind. Like, they eliminated us in like 2005 Confederations Cup, 2006 World Cup, 2007 Copa America, 2010 World Cup. They were just literally like eliminating us back to back to back. I felt like we would have been up for that game, bro. Like, we would have been confident, like our first semifinal.
Bro, because
Messi had the pressure of the world on his shoulders, bro. Like, I felt like that would have been too much for him.
Mexico,
we could have made the final.
Mexico would have had nothing to lose for. We already made a semifinal. we only wanted to reach a quarterfinal. We're in the semifinal. We have nothing to lose. Why not go with full confidence?
At that point, it would have been all out for us. It would have been way more of a factor on Argentina to realize that, these guys dead ass have nothing else to lose at this point. They're gonna give us every single bit of fucking energy we got left, and unfortunately, we'll never know.
Or Andre or whatever. What do you say, Viejo? I think you just said it, bro. Like Argentina, that team. Like, if you look at the actual players, they weren't that good.
Mid.
They just had heart, bro, and they had Messi.
They had Messi. That was the thing. I feel like Messi just would have been the factor regardless, man.
Like heart, bro. It was Messi and vibes because
Messi and Messi, Di Maria and vibes. Yes, that's exactly what they had.
They had players like Enzo Perez is good, but come on now.
Yeah,
Palacios, I think, started the final, bro. Like, shit.
They had their defense was their goalie was like a backup, like Romero, and then
they had a mediocre squad. It was mediocre. Yeah, it was nothing. There was no
good.
Yeah, no.
Compared to the one they just won with, yeah.
Because people are gonna look at us and be like, "You guys are fucking delusional."
Fucking Mexicans, you guys are just talking shit.
If you actually deep it, bro, like Piojo had that team like this. Like, we were like a unit. Like, we were fucking like tight. Like, the coaches loved the players. The players loved the coach.
90% of the squad was Liga MX.
Yeah, and dude, we had some of the most fans there at the tournament, like how we pretty much always do. But I felt like if we would have got past the Netherlands, we just beat the Netherlands, a team that topped their group, a team that the Netherlands, they smashed Spain 5-1 in the group stage.
Yeah, and they made the final in the previous.
That's a scary Netherlands team. Yeah.
Yeah, we would have. The Netherlands finished third, so why couldn't if we would have beat them minutes away from beating them? Now we play Costa Rica. I'm sure Costa Rica at the same time would have loved to play us. What better team to play than Mexico?
Bro, that game would have been so good for CONCACAF. It would have put CONCACAF on a high.
It would have been crazy. I'm sure they would have been happy to play us too. But I think we would have beat them, bro. I think we had enough. I think Costa Rica's run would have ended there regardless.
Yeah.
We would have made the semis, bro. And imagine the high our team would have been on, the country would have been on if we were in the semis against a rival that always fucking beats us. We just hate. I felt like we would have been super up for it, bro. Super up for it.
Yeah.
Would have been up to the occasion. I felt like we would have won, bro.
And that's yeah. And that's why that game, I don't think I don't even think I'll ever cry ever again if my team ever loses like a big game, UCL final or something. I was like, what, 12?
Yeah, it might be the most devastating I've ever
I
been.
cried so much because I knew that team had enough to like make it far.
That's exactly what was it. It was the fact that we were stopped in our tracks when we had so much more to give, man. We had so much more energy, so much more to provide in that World Cup. We weren't supposed to stop right there, man. And just obviously the way it happens, fucking, you know, no hará penal to this day still fucking haunts me to my life. I'll probably put that shit in my will or something, or on my grave or something. I don't know, but it might be the most devastating I've ever felt, ever in a soccer game.
That was like rock bottom because I felt like, bro, we finally did it. Like, finally got past the quarterfinal, and I felt like I could already like taste it, bro, and it was fucking just ripped out of the heart. Like, last minute. I don't know.
Bro, there was so many good fucking topics there, man.
It was good.
What an ep. Hopefully this does close to what we did here, the freaking 16K. But what an episode. Chris, appreciate you for being on. Obviously got to collab some of these clips.
Always a pleasure.
Shout out Javi that missed the recording. He's gonna see what he missed out on. But
all these
thank you, all you guys.
Bro, he's already heard them, so he's not gonna be missing them.
Oh yeah, we had to let it out. Well, appreciate all you guys for dropping all the hot takes. Stay tuned for more content. Obviously, we always ask you guys for what type of content you guys want to see now, especially now that club football is coming back. No more Seleccion for a bit. But yeah, thank you guys for the support. Make sure to check out FÚTBOL ASADA on all platforms, CABRA FÚTBOL, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.